Hello and welcome everybody. This is the holiday cheer community stream. I'm glad to everyone who's going to make it tonight. I sent out about 45 invites today. I heard back from a lot of people. We're going to have a lot of visitors tonight. You may be asking yourself, what's the point of this stream? The point of this stream is, in spite of all of the darkness, in spite of all of the negativity, in spite of everyone who follows me knowing about the ugly things that we face and what we have lost, what they've already taken from us, we have to stay positive. We have to make our lives worth living. And most importantly, we have to give hope and inspiration to those around us. So what we're going to do for the holiday cheer stream this year is we're going to talk about the good things we have going for us, both personally and as a group. We're going to be talking about things that give us reasons to live, things that we think logically, mathematically, or for whatever reason, give us reasons to have hope for a better tomorrow. So we're going to have on several guests. We have a few with us starting off. We're going to bring them on after I thank the people who support this channel. So we're going to toggle over now. Boop. And we're going to thank these lovely people. You can support the channel monthly on Subscribestar. We have several people who do it now, and I'm getting close to hitting my $300 monthly support mark. The people who support me the most, of course, get higher ranking on this list. That will be Iron Roots, White Healing, user number 6F, etc., and the Alabastard. And of course, notable mention to everyone else who supports the channel monthly, even if it's just $1 a month, I greatly appreciate it. You can also get access to user or supporter only posts over on Subscribestar that I make maybe once a month, not very often. And in the future, once I hit my 300 mark, I'm going to be doing community streams specifically for those who support me, or if they don't want to do community streams, I'll just do an AMA with them, that kind of thing. So you can look forward to that once I hit the $300 a month support mark. You can also support me on Entropy monthly. You can send paid chats over there, of course, like always, but Entropy is the best. I know the people that run Entropy, they are ideologically similar to all of us. They are hardline on free speech and remaining separate from all the corporate media, all of the regulation that they can. They will allow you to say whatever you want. They won't ban you, and neither will I from Entropy. So go over there, support them by supporting me financially through Entropy. With that being said, we're going to end the shill today and bring on our guests to celebrate holiday cheer. We have my old co-host Kizza, my Cabalite buddy Solder, and the man Red Hawk. Welcome everybody. How you guys doing today?
Doing well, Yizz. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. How about you, Kizza and Soldner? How you guys doing?
Oh, I ain't doing too bad.
I think Kizza might be having problems
Yeah.
because... there he is. I can hear him
just,
now.
Yeah, sorry. My technology loves and hates me. Yeah, I've been super busy working hard as hell with a new position, which I finished, and also being the best uncle to ever lived to my beautiful little niece, who'll soon be 6 months old next week. So send the white hearts. I should say this Friday she'll be 6 months old. So send the white hearts.
Yeah, let's get a white heart in the chat for a beautiful young little white girl. Hopefully she'll be raised right, and she'll be a great mother and a great wife one day.
Oh, don't worry. She'll be brought up properly, and if she doesn't, she'll answer to me. I mean, my sister also. Yeah,
speaking of white positivity, we have the beautifully voiced and inspirational Olivia Key with us tonight too. Hello, Olivia.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can. Loud and
clear,
my dear.
Awesome. So
thank you for coming to help spread cheer with us tonight. Your camera is appreciated, but it's not necessary. For my community streams, we generally don't do cam, but you're welcome to stay on cam if you want to.
Okay, sounds good.
I like your beautiful hardwood I see in the background there. That's lovely.
Oh,
did you build it?
No, this is all part of our rental. So.
Oh, okay. Well, It looks nice either way. So the point of the stream, like I said in the introduction, is to celebrate what's great, what's going well for us, and point out the things that are worth living for, point out the things that are white pills that we can use to help inspire each other and to give hope where hope is definitely needed in this trying world that we share. So who would like to go first and just share something that you think is positive or good that we have going for us right now? Anybody? Any of you want to start, or should I pick somebody? I'm going to
Well-
nominate Soldner.
Oh boy. Well, I think just about the only positive thing I can think of right now is at least ammo prices are coming back down.
Yeah.
Always a good thing.
Speaking of ammo prices, in the next month or two, with the new work contract that I have right now, I'm going to save up enough money to actually get a decent weapon and probably some body armor. So I'm going to be talking to Don the Pleb, Hunter Cunning, Sten over with Staff Sergeant Sniper, who is now Sniper's Nest, and I'm going to try to orchestrate a stream all about how to shop for firearms, body armor, and ammunition. Because like myself, a lot of people probably are just now getting back into the swing of things or getting into that type of market for the first time. I haven't been a gun shopper and trader for 20 years, so there's a lot that I've missed out on, and I need to learn how to use the internet to acquire things. So I thought I would have a community stream with some gun nuts and some American patriot types to share what they know about purchasing firearms and ammunition in America in the modern era. So you guys can look forward to a stream like that. I'll be hosting at least one on my channel, and we might do one on someone else's channel too. So that'll definitely be coming up in the near future. But Red Hawk, I know that we talk about things, and there are definitely bleak outlooks. But from how you see things, what would you say is a positive thing that we can talk about tonight? Something from maybe your neck of the woods.
Well, interestingly enough, in my neck of the woods, people in my circles, we're definitely seeing more and more than ever before. Men are waking up to the nonsense fed to them through
Yes.
gynocentrism and feminism,
Mhm.
and it's really good to see that a lot of the guys who are just coming up and just starting off right now in their courtship going days, for lack of a better word, have like all this data and information available to them from greater men before them that figured out, we're digging through the trenches, figuring stuff out for them to help them out. So it's definitely a very nice thing to see. More and more guys are waking up.
Yes. Is it Soldner, Olivia? What would you say to that? Do you think that the men in your lives, do they see things similarly? Or they started to speak or to act in ways that are more traditionally or more masculine than what the media tells them to?
Well, in my area, the town that I'm in is something of a college town, and it's right next to places like, well, it's on the Space Coast in Florida, so it's like 20 minutes away from Cape Canaveral, and seeing a lot of these college age boys, for because most of them most definitely are not men, they there's a bunch of them that are still swallowing the Kool-Aid, but there's a lot more than you would expect that at least have their toes dipped into the water of throwing off the wokeness.
Yeah, I the for those of you that haven't heard, the work contract I have is doing food delivery, personnel transport, and logistics for a local pizza and sandwich franchise. And a lot of the young men that I talk to in this business, they are like full on America first. They know Nick Fuentes. They are all about fighting the system and wanting to make change. And I know that a lot of people have trouble with Nick Fuentes and America first, but what I mean is the fact that they openly talk about that, I think that's a good sign. They are already talking about counterculture stuff in a what can we do to fix things? We have to break away from the system. We have to speak the truth to the lies type of thing. And 3 or 4 of the guys that I've met at work, they actually have done in-person activism, and one of them even went to that big MAGA march I went to last year. So it's nice to actually meet younger men who are keyed into some of this and actually give a shit.
Yeah, it's certainly nice to see for sure.
Kizza, what about over in the UK? You got any white pills or anything positive going on you want to share?
Well, other than my beautiful niece being born into this lovely world, and she's an absolute adorable little angel.
We already covered that.
Honestly, where I live, not much really. I think maybe the tide is turning in terms of the public now turning against the current quote unquote conservative government. But again, I think the only time I will say it definitely made the changes when they start actively making their lives miserable.
Olivia, is there anything in particular you'd like to share that is notably positive or a white pill for this Christmas? Maybe something that you experience around you?
Well, I am living abroad currently, so I would have to say that where I am in the UK, a lot of people are still asleep. But a white pill to take from this is that every time I see a post that's on Facebook from the official UK government site about anything having to do with the vaccine, I go to the comments, I look at the likes, I look at the ratios, and the comments are always very white pilling.
Good, good. I think that this medical anarcho tyranny being forced on us, I think this might even be more let's say alerting to regular Joe and Jill normie than all the white negative crap being pushed on us, because a lot of Joe and Jill normie, they're actually being confronted with stuff for the first time over this, over losing their jobs, having access to travel, or losing access to travel and that kind of thing. So I think that's a good stepping stone to get regular folks to start noticing what's going on.
I always found the most effective method to get through to somebody is to make them a victim. As loaded of a term as that sounds.
Yeah. We just heard from Sniper in PooTube chat. Sniper said he's going to try to hop on for a little while when he gets back.
Please do, yeah.
I'm going to take a moment real quick to say hello to everybody, because we have a lot of people that popped in to say howdy over on YouTube. Hello, everybody. I see a bunch of scrubs. Good to see the scrubs. Hoyt, ladies and gentlemen, of the Scrub Army. We have Masumi Rabbit, Ben Gale, Glenn Goomer, Double Aught 22. Let's see. We have Diamond Dust. Hey, Diamond Dust. Haven't seen you for a while. Let's see. We have Carlotta. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see. Comes a Horseman too.
25 people. That's it's really popping now.
And Zesty Car. Hey, Zesty Car. Merry Christmas to you too. Over on Interview, we have some of the usuals. Oh, hey, there's Vera. Hey, Vera, I'm glad that you're here. We've also got Shelly. Good to see you too. Ramblin' Rattlesnake, Hunter Cunning, Tiny Giant. Lots of usuals over there. And then over on D-Line, we've got Jim in the UK and some other people who haven't messaged yet. And we've got Patricius Vun over on Odyssey. He even sent 5 tokens and says, Yizz, why don't you have a spot on Millennial? Well, I don't think I'm enough of a someone to have a spot on Millennial yet, but maybe next year. We'll see.
I want to know what that's.
I do like Colin, though. I like Colin. I've spoken to Woz a couple of times privately. I've followed him for a few years. I think he's a good man. And I do look forward to being on Millennial one day. I think I would enjoy talking to him. Or if not Millennial, just doing a stream with him on something, because he seems like a lovely man, and I think I'd enjoy having a chat with him. Have any of you guys talked to him before?
I haven't personally, no.
Me neither.
Just a little bit back and forth. He followed me on Instagram before I ended up deleting my Instagram.
Wow. I don't even have Instagram because I'm boring.
Oof.
Yeah, I've followed Colin a few places where neither of us are allowed anymore, but that's the past.
Yep, and now we're on to the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something I would like to share, a white pill, something positive and inspirational I would like to share is, wait, let me check my list. Hey, I made a list and I'm checking it twice. Isn't that funny?
So should we bring up, so how many elves are on the naughty list?
I was actually in the middle of saying something, kids, so we're going to have to wait. We're going to start with this. We're going to start with ethnic awareness. And I don't even mean racial right now. I think that with what we have been, let's say, confronted with, coof stuff, election crap. Oh, hey, we have a Wes Y11. I didn't even notice that. Hey, Wes, I don't know how long you've been here. Did you just get here, or did I not hear your beep earlier?
I've just been here for a couple minutes. How y'all doing?
Good. We're going to pause what I was going to talk about, and we're going to welcome Wes Y11. I am thankful he's alive, and I'm thankful I know him. I'm thankful he's my friend, and I'm thankful for all the fun that we've had together.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he's here with us on this Christmas.
Absolutely.
So, speaking of Wes not being dead and loving America, what I was going to say is I think that with all of the COOF stuff, all of the election shenanigans, all of the focus on BLM and hating on whites and all the racial crap that we've been put through the last few years, I think that it's been good for ethnic awareness. And by ethnic, of course, I mean nationality. I think that a lot of Americans that never really had to think about it have been having to confront what does it mean to be an American? What does it mean to have some type of kinship with your countrymen or the people that live around you? And especially in America, where we're supposed to be a confederated republic, I think a lot of people, especially older folks, are starting to reassess value of states' rights, state and local sovereignty. And to me, I think that's great. And I want more people to be concerned about taking control of their life, taking control of what's in front of them, and building community and fortifying rural areas. And I think that a lot of folks in America that never really thought about that crap are starting to think about that now, and that's rewarding to me to know that there's a lot of talk and a lot of energy around that topic right now. What do you guys think? Do you hear anybody talking about that kind of stuff, either in person or online in your circles right now?
I think personally, it's like the people who start referencing this type of point are basically people who are already converted. And you just have to like drop a certain phrase or like a little seed, and then they instantly pop and you make a connection. I find. How about everyone else?
What about those of you that live here in America? Do you hear, Jill and Joe Normie talking about anything involving states' rights or civil war or secession, or simply moving away from the corporate world and wanting to buy local and grow your own food and make your own clothes and that kind of thing? You guys hear people talking about any of that in your lives?
Well, I mean, yeah, sometimes. Usually you have to go out of the areas that I live in even now. You gotta go out into into the boonies a little bit. I live outside of Seattle, and you gotta go out to like Linwood or something like that. You know, the outer areas. But yeah, you hear it all the time over there, and you hear it sometimes around here as well. Buddy of mine works at the Home Depot, and you hear it quite a lot over there.
I bet people coming in to
like
get
almost
stuff
No
to.
doubt.
yeah, like places there are bastions of it. I went to last night. I went to a nice little hole in the wall barbecue joint I had no idea existed, like right down the road. And no one was wearing masks. No one gave a shit. Everyone was having themselves a good time. There was
Oh, that's
various
wonderful.
sports on the wall, on the TVs, and it's like, yeah,
That's wonderful.
and everyone was just like, no one was directly talking about that type of thing, but it's the mentality, the
Yeah.
the the urge to live a normal life is tantamount to rebellion nowadays. So at least there's that.
Indeed. I see a lot of you putting messages to me in the YouTube chat there. I won't be able to respond to all of them because they're going to disappear. If you want to leave me messages or put comments to me and the people that are here on the panel, I'm going to put the entropy link in again. The entropy link is also in the pinned comment in YouTube chat. Use the question widget if you want to ask me things or make comments to me in the panel, or just celebrate and share things with me, because as fast as YouTube chat moves, I'm not going to be able to respond to you guys there. But I do appreciate all the engagement there, guys. But if you want me to respond to stuff on the stream, put it over in entropy for me on the question widget. Okay. Let's move to. Oh, there was something else I wanted to ask Wes, actually. Wes?
Go ahead. Just to directly answer your question, you used to hear all the times about state rights and stuff like that, and the more localized community thing down south. That is and another thing that I was actually talking about someone recently, which is the difference between country and southern. And I personally, because like you got people who live in like Wisconsin, hell, Michigan, who are quote unquote country,
Yeah.
And I think that the concept of country living and southern living is one and the same. It's in today's world. It's not it's not a hard line of the Mason-Dixon, like anything
Right.
like that. It's much more an ideology that has spread all throughout this country. In
I
fact,
agree.
I was saying literally today, there is no such thing as a blue state. There are isolated blue areas amongst a sea of red. And
Yeah.
the sooner people realize that, I think the sooner some good things might change.
Patricius Voon, a German friend of mine, just posted and said that a German cardinal, a Catholic cardinal, came out against vaccination and even named the Great Reset today, or recently. I don't know if it was today or not, but that's cool. So that's a good white pill. We need to have more respected moral leaders, especially in the church, speaking the truth against the economic and medical tyranny being pushed on us.
Oh God, yeah. Like I went past a church today, and it had like the rainbow colors on it, and it is like and it had the trans invasion version of the rainbow flag, and it's just like, bruh, this ain't it.
So my big question about that German cardinal is how long until he's excommunicated by the current pope.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, I mean, if you believe the news, the Pope has weighed in on the EU saying Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas.
Oh, really?
So, yeah,
Man,
I
this
remember.
Pope is straight up cancer. Good God.
Yeah, it
Well,
just ignore
woke
everything the
trash.
damn man says.
Well, to be fair, I'm sorry. Like, who here actually respects the Pope?
I mean, I was raised Baptist, so
And correct me if I'm wrong. Southern Baptist is an offspring of Protestantism, isn't it? Unless I'm mistaken.
I think so. We don't pay anyone no mind outside of our community.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
I might be. Where's Cardinal when you need him? Because he's Southern Baptist as well. He'll know.
My dad's side of my family was Roman Catholic, but they were Sicilian, so they were only Roman Catholic in name. So
Yeah. Well, I'd argue a lot of people are in name only, but yeah. Anyway, next subject.
Wes, I wanted to ask you, with your ordeal and all that you've had to go through medically and with your recovery, is there any unique experience or stuff that you've learned that makes you think differently than you did before the affair? Because I know a lot of times having something serious like that will reveal something to you or change how you think on something. Anything like that happen with you?
yeah,
Anything you care to share, or would you rather keep that private?
there was a long period of time, and I was told it was only a few days, but it felt a lot longer.
Uh-huh.
When you are suspended where you cannot move and you can't do anything, the only thing you can do is move your the only thing I could do for a week was move the lower part of my arms and my legs, but I could
Wow.
barely feel them. That level of helplessness, it made me realize a few things. When you literally have nothing to do but think, because they turned they turned the little TV in my room on, and they were like, "Hey, you watch TV," and I'm like, "I would rather watch the blank wall than watch network television. So please turn that off." So I literally was just sitting there with my thoughts. My girlfriend had my phone, and she was talking with some people, making it public about, my current status, that I was in fact alive and stuff like that. I couldn't have my phone with me. I couldn't have anything with me. And when you're laying there and you have nothing, it makes you realize that like how small you are, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. No, I have been alone and injured, far away from everyone and everything before there was ubiquitous cell phones, and I know what that feeling's like.
And it's like and it's like you know that like someone's just a little button press away, but it's a nurse who is indifferent to you and doesn't care. Obviously cares about you and doesn't want you to feel pain or anything, even though there was nothing that could be done about the pain that I was feeling. But like when you feel like I've been through a lot of pain in my life, both physical and emotional, obviously. I told the story a few days ago on the Cabal about how I literally I got into a physical fight, I got stabbed, and this was about 10, 15 years ago, where I got someone stabbed me, and I was in a literal fight for my life, and there's like nothing. I know pain. The reason why I brought that up is because I know pain. I'm familiar with it, and the level of pain that I felt while sitting there alone, like the drainage tube in my side, and the my chest on fire, and all of these things. I'm sorry to be such a downer, by the way.
Well, no, I mean it's going to a good place. I hope so. Let's.
Yeah, no, but it's like
I mean,
like all of that, everything, and I was just like, the only thing I had was my thoughts for days, and it was like how insignificant I am really came up a lot, but also how incredibly complex and how unique we are. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it's a beautiful thing to ponder on. I mean, it's when you think about all of the different creatures on this planet and all the ones that are probably out there somewhere on other planets. Like we have the ability to feel spirituality, to think an abstract thought, to think about multiple timelines. Our experience is one that it's quite breathtaking in the scope of it. And I think that's a beautiful thing. It's very humbling when you think about it.
It really is. And it also it made me realize fedora tipping atheists, please prepare yourselves. But nothing makes you gets you closer to God than being in that state.
Yeah, definitely.
Nothing. Like in my opinion, nothing will get you closer to God until you are like that, where you are just like, nope, nothing can you are completely helpless. Someone could come in here into this room and just end me right now, and I would have no defense against it. And it's like, yeah.
Well, you guys heard it. It's open season on Wes and his sweet stuff. Just go take it.
I'm home now.
just to kind of help you put your thoughts into words there, Wes, I think a way you might could describe it this way, but is kind of you are confronting your own mortality.
Oh yeah, that is a much more shorter and succinct way of saying the meandering, depressing things that I said. Yes, exactly, Soldier.
When you're faced with your own mortality, you realize just how vulnerable you truly are as a person.
Oh, yeah.
And this kind of, when sorry,
go ahead. No, go right ahead. I've been talking.
I was just going to say, when you're quote unquote face to face with your maker, you tend to realize just how precious life is.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And not just life, but not just the actual life, but the incredibly privileged lives. And I don't say privilege like privilege. No, I mean we have toilet paper, guys. Have you guys seen toilet paper and how awesome it is? like I want you to think 50 years ago. Actually, it's actually more like 60 years ago now. But like 50, 60 years ago, there was no toilet paper. And the toilet, whatever we used as a species to wipe our asses was significantly less quality. And before that, well, let's just say there's a reason why lefties are considered filthy people.
Yeah. It was the wiping hands.
Bruh, you have no
come
idea.
On, Wes. Let's be fair. Toilet paper was invented in the 1920s.
Yeah, but it wasn't
that's-
ubiquitous until like the 50s or 60s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
and also, you know, I had grandparents that were using the old Sears Roebuck.
And remember, internal plumbing and toiletries, or internal plumbing and toilets weren't even ubiquitous till the 50s and 60s as well. A lot of people just went outside and shat in a hole with a wood box around it. My family included. The little shack I grew up in was basically nothing more than a glorified, I don't know, like warehouse that people turned into a home. And until I was like 6, I think, we had an outhouse. So, you know, a lot of people out in the booth, we lived like that. I grew up like that.
Yeah.
It makes you really appreciate all these nice toilets and stuff.
Those are just some things that just like popped in my head, which is just like, Jesus Christ. How awesome is it that we have like, we have supercomputers in our pockets, man, and we have the ability right now, if we got off our asses, to go into space.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's cool.
And like, dude, like,
yeah,
Tesla
technology.
Tesla just successfully landed that rocket that lands itself, man. Like, it's crazy.
Well, speaking of cool technology, let's just move to regular technology that I think is something to be white-pilled about.
Oh, absolutely.
When you look at all of the people that don't like us, whether us is white folks or us is patriotic Americans or us is masculine men or whatever the us is here in the so-called right? When you look at all of the money and all the bazillionaires and all the governments that want to silence us and prevent us from communicating, well, they can't. Look what we're doing right now. And I think that it's only going to get better because the more people that are forced out of what we'll say out of the control group, the more inspired autists and engineers are going to be like, well, screw this system. I'm going to go my own way. I'm going to code this. I'm going to make this technology. I'm going to lay down this track or whatever. And I think that that's good because the more people break away from what's easy and given freely, which, you know, like Facebook and Twitter and all that crap, the more that people are forced out of that, I think that the more geniuses and the better technology we're going to have for the dissident crew. And I think that's a big white pill to me, is to know that technology is going to work for us and not against us going forward.
Oh yeah, as technology gets more and more advanced, it's going to become more and more prolific.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some crazy stuff is coming out of the 3D printing realm alone.
Here.
You can build like 90 or 80% of a gun of a rapidly. I'm not talking about the little plastic one-use ones that you can
like an actual SMG. Yeah,
like you can print 80% of a gun.
Yeah, I've seen some cool videos about that. It's neat stuff.
And get all the other parts you need at a Home Depot or Lowe's. It's like, oh man, that I'm very much looking forward to.
Bill can't be here with us tonight. I just heard from him on Twitter. He's got to take care of his daughter because his wife is working. So he sends us holiday cheer, but he can't be on with us tonight. We love you, Bill. Well, I do anyway. I can't. I guess I shouldn't say we. I do.
Oh no, it's all
No,
I think Bill's a good man. I like him.
I cannot wait until someone Paul Kersey's a motherfucker with an 80% plastic lower, and it starts getting national news, and it's like, yeah, you can't stop this. There's nothing you can do. Anyone might be armed with a gun.
Yeah, boy.
You better be polite, and you better stop the random killings.
I know it's trite and played out, but I firmly believe that an armed society is a polite society, and I want to live somewhere where every man, woman, and child grows up knowing how to use weapons of all kinds and carries them freely. I think that's a good way to live.
It is statistically proven that the more the population is armed, the lower the crime rates are. That it is simply a statistical rate. The only thing you have to do is look at Dallas and look at Chicago.
Yep.
Look at Fort Worth and look at
they have similar racial demographics. They have similar wealth disparity demographics. They have similar a lot of things. And one of the main things that makes them different is ubiquitous gun ownership and gun training.
Yeah, you definitely think twice before knocking on somebody's door when you know it's a stand your ground state.
Oh, yeah. We have a new visitor. Kizza apparently had to go. I guess his laptop died. It does that sometimes. But we have Naderific. Welcome, Naderific. Terrific. Happy holidays, my friend. Glad Yule and all that.
Merry Christmas and Happy Yule. How are you all doing?
Good.
I'm right as rain. I'm glad that I've finally got a decent work contract and can make a little money. I'm glad that I have many great friends who are aware of things that we are all aware of, who will come on here and share holiday cheer with me. So I'm having a good little Christmas get together here.
Awesome. I've
Absolutely.
been listening a little bit. I was outside getting the eggs and closing up the coops and listening to you while I was doing my work.
I kept chickens for about 8 years before we moved back here to Tennessee, and I loved keeping chickens. They were a treat. They were quirky and cute and fun, but they also made delicious eggs and ate all my garbage. So it was great.
So Nate, or should I call you Tim Pool with your chickens?
Oh,
Oh, come on, Wes.
no, to me, I mean, Tim Pool does talk about those damn chickens almost every day.
Yeah. And God, avoid his fucking vlog channel, the Cast Castle. That is cringe. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. But Jesus Christ,
That's okay. Nate,
Hour-long videos of people milling around a fucking McMansion in the middle of the woods. Yay! I love seeing that.
Nate, since you just got here, the theme of the stream is us telling people why they should be hopeful and spreading holiday cheer, and it can be for any reason, really. So, is there anything going on in your life, anything you've experienced recently, or just some view that you happen to have about maybe where you live or what's going on in the world that you think is hope inspiring and good for holiday cheer? You'd like to share with us tonight?
Well, something that it just community-wise that has been inspiring was something you had mentioned earlier, where it seems like we're seeing more people, talking about, I guess, just a general sense of nationalism and realizing that there is indeed like a racial difference between communities. And I've been noticing that as well. And I guess it could be just, more, there's people who have thought it and now they feel more comfortable about talking about it. But I mean, regardless of the reason why they're talking about it more, I'm on board with that.
Yeah, it's nice
And
to hear people talking about things that are based in reality. Like,
yeah,
religion matters. Ethnicity
yeah,
matters.
right.
The way that you want to live your life and how you govern yourself and your family and how the people around you want to live, those things matter. And no matter how much our enemies try to anesthetize us with sport ball and social media and stuff, there's a lot of people that just ain't swallowing that pill anymore. And I'm glad about that.
I would agree. And I've been seeing that as well. And so, yeah, that's definitely increasing my relative level of hope. And that's a lot for me to say. If you ask the guys I work with on the outreach team, most of them know I'm a perpetual skeptic. I'm constantly looking for how we're going to get screwed and why this isn't actually a good thing.
Are you a black pill merchant? I ought to send you over to Don the Pleb. You guys can peddle black pills together.
we can commiserate. No, I don't go around spreading that stuff, but with the team when we're talking about things that come up, I'm typically the one pointing out the holes, pointing out the gaps, and saying, "Oh, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't line up. Oh, here's how they're going to use this to screw us later." I'm the one kind of. Nathaniel says I am overly cautious, and he is kind of. God, what's the word? He's rambunctious. Like he'll just go full on, like he gets an idea and he's ready to go 100%. And I'm the exact opposite. So we kind of make a good team where we can find a good middle ground of going full on balls to the wall and being completely reserved and not doing anything. But in personal life, something that's looking up and mentioning chickens again, I've been hatching my own chickens for a little over a year now, and every single hatch.
So he's the advanced level Tim Pool with.
I am. And every single hatch I've had so far, I've had a pretty abysmal hatch rate. Looking at like 50, maybe 60% hatch rate. And that's just not very good at all. Really good is about 80% or better of all the viable eggs. And I just had a hatch about a month ago now. and I got a 92% hatch rate. So
Oh, wow.
that is awesome. I'm very excited about that. I have no idea.
I bet Red Hawk approves of your rooster's masculinity and his virility.
Indeed.
I think I know why they did it, but I won't get into it and bore everybody.
Okay.
But I don't think it was me, but that was a positive thing.
Well,
you know,
we
I
have-
was getting kind of down, thinking I'm just like not good with chickens, and now that's changed, so that's positive.
Well, we have some other people waiting to get on, and I have some community engagement I want to get to, so we're going to shift over to that for now. We have Holly Midlife over on Entropy. She says, "Happy Christmas to everyone. Thank you, sister. Glad that you're here." Holly's one that I streamed with. She talks about she has a channel of women moving away from feminism and the lies that they've been taught. She's a good lady, and I look forward to streaming with her again. And she also says, "An unarmed society is a cucked society," and I agree.
Very true.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see what we have over on. Okay, those two are blank. We're going to go check and see if there are subscribe star messages. There usually never are, but I want to see if there are today since we're having a Christmas stream here. Nope, nothing new over on subscribe star. We're going to refresh PAL. We're going to check Cash App here. And then we will check D Live after that and say howdy to anybody who has said hi to us or has made a contribution or anything. Nothing on PayPal and looking like nothing new on Cash App. So over on D Live, we have Ragnar. Hey, Rags, good to see you, my friend. He donates a diamond to say Yizz Scrub. Thank you very much. All right. We have some people that want to come into the stream. Would anybody like to bow out and say goodnight? You're all welcome to stay, but I'm going to be bringing on two more people. Say bye if you'd like to head out and do other things.
I'll stay long enough to say hi, and then I'll probably
Sure.
Sure,
on.
I'll hop out. We're gonna go work on making baby number 3. So you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy Yule and Good New Year.
All the best wishes to you, your wife, your children, your chickens, and God bless you and yours on this wonderful Yule.
God bless you. Merry Christmas.
See you next time,
Christmas, Nate.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Now coming on, we have the wonderful Donald Kent and the American Patriot, Sniper. Welcome, Donald. Welcome, Sniper.
Hey, it's great to be here. Merry Christmas. Happy Yule. It's great to be here. Who are all your guests right now?
Sniper, your audio working? You here, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. I just was waiting my turn, but
oh, okay.
there was completely not enough degeneracy on the stream, so I had to hop on.
Okay.
Where it gets after hours, right? Okay.
Oh yeah, we have Kizza back too. Sorry, Kizza. There's just so many people on my list. Welcome back, Kizza.
Yeah, sorry.
And it seems like I was correct. It was his laptop that crashed.
Yeah. Basically, it just crashed and it did a Windows update. So yeah, gotta love that.
Donald asked who all these wonderful people are. Soldner is a friend of mine I know from Cabal, which is the radical centrist autistic cabal of people that I know. And
wow.
No, it's a joke, dude. And they formed under the personality Uzulu, and his community sort of grew into its own thing. And they're my favorite online community, and it's where I met Wes Wylevin. And Red Hawk here. Go ahead and introduce yourself to Donald, Red Hawk.
Hey, so I was brought into the internet sphere from the deaths of academic agents community, and I specialize in pickup artistry and men's rights and all the other degeneracy that comes along with that.
All right.
Oh, you're
so in other words, he's a based thought slayer.
I gotcha.
PUA.
And I think you know Olivia Key, don't you?
Oh God.
Yes.
The queen of
you
Hey,
guys have done a
Donald.
stream together before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my sister from the White Art Collective over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought you guys knew each other. Yeah.
Indeed.
And Sniper down here, he is an American Patriot MAGA activist type guy that I've marched with before, and we're concerned. He's concerned with things I'm concerned about, which is pushing localism, getting people to be actively involved in your immediate local community, and sort of eschewing other politics in favor of local politics.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I mean, we can't completely abandon the other things. We just have to realize that we have to fight on the ground we're on, and right now, federally is not a good thing. So, literally, look anywhere lower than that.
Yeah, because getting people involved in what's going on around them, caring about their local school board, caring about who's kids. What was that, Kizzy? You gotta be careful with your mic.
No, I think that might have been me because I'm on my phone.
Oh, that sounded like a Kizza noise. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
How dare you? But anyway, and then last but not least, West Y11. This is my friend Donald Kent of Imperium Art. So,
hey, Donald, how you doing, buddy?
Good to meet you guys. Yeah, I just been working hard on. I'm an artist and musician affiliated with the White Art Collective. I have my own YouTube channel called it's American Zarathustra, and then I have a couple shows on the channel. Imperium Art is one, but essentially my niche is talking about the arts in the white identitarian sphere. But pretty strong far right leaning views, and I'm always working on trying to get local activism and just shitlording as much as I can out there. You know what I mean?
And he is very talented.
He makes amazing art, Wes. You'd like a lot of his art. He makes really great stuff.
I just finished illustrating Dave Martell's second edition of the Bizarchives. It's he's kind of bringing back pulp fiction from the 1930s. The sort of masculine style horror, science fiction, adventure, thriller stories. And then I do illustrations for each short story, and it's looking like it's going to be a quarterly. So, and then today I just put up a shop to sell prints of the artwork for that. He'll also be selling my art prints at thebizarchives.com, and that of course will go to help keep the project going. So it's been really exciting.
Is this the website that you just launched that you're talking about?
The one I did is I went to one of those print on demand services. Anybody can throw up a store, and it's Zazzle.
May I pull that up on screen and show it off?
Sure, that'd be awesome. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, let's look at that, because I want to show Wes some of your art, because you make awesome art. I think Wes would approve.
Well, good.
I tell you what, man. Are you on any social media?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Amerizara, AMERZARA. So it's short for American Zarathustra.
Well, I was going to say we should follow each other, and maybe we can work together in the future, because I do like me some art.
Great! What do you? I do a lot of commissions. I mean, I essentially serve the white identitarian sphere. I've sold work to a lot of people in the sphere. I've been published in the White People's Quarterly a bunch of times, and I do book covers for Josh Neal, and I've sold work to Richard Spencer, and I'm just kind of all over the place. So yeah, I'm the guy. So yeah, I don't know. Just look me up, American Zarathustra, Donald Kent on Twitter, and I do take commissions. I'm always usually a little overwhelmed with a lot of art commissions, but I love it. Right? It's what I do part time, so it's wonderful. This here is an illustration for a story about, it's from the Bizarchives too, and it's about like a space trucker who goes insane from being out in space too long. It's just one of these, like crashing his truck into the space station. And,
very, very, very retro futuristic, almost borderline Atom Punk with the 1960s style space station.
Exactly. I'm a big fan of like Heavy Metal magazine, the old, Warren.
Oh God, me too.
It does have it does have kind of a heavy metal feel to it. That's really cool. I like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the art style kind of reminds me of like the 2000 AD stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm in that category. I've done a lot of comic book illustration in the past as well. So I think the comic book flavor sort of comes through. I do a lot of different types of art. I lived in Asia, and I learned Chinese painting and and portraiture. If you're a professional artist, it's kind of like being a chef. You can't just make hamburgers. You got to know how to like diversify, so to speak, and give people whatever that they want. Caricatures are fun, always. There's a guy in our sphere who I can't name him, but he's super well known, and I do caricatures for his business on the side, which is just kind of a fun thing. But I don't know if you can shift around and show some different work on that.
Yeah, give me just a second. I was trying to pull up something on your American Zarathustra site.
That site's down for now.
Oh, okay. That's why
I'm kind of rebuilding myself in a way. I've
sure
been so busy with the Bizarchives that just kind of thinking like my website was really more of a portfolio. It was just kind of a neat place to dump links to my videos and stuff. But I thought, how is this actually functioning? I should be trying to make some money, and the YouTube show is really where the heart of it is. That's the real content. All kinds of guests, everybody, and I'm always looking for new guests as well. Yeah, and it's not all art related. We'll have people come on to talk.
I was about to say, let me shift screens here for a second. We'll go right back to that one. But I actually did a stream with Donald and Nullis.
Yeah.
And Donald and Nullis are the ones that actually gave me the moniker Yizz the Unifier.
There it is, right there. You can see
right
it,
there,
yeah.
you can see. That's the stream I did with them, talking about how I want to bring peace and unity among disparate factions, especially on the far right or whatever. But just I want within Americans that care about in general, regardless of race or whatever, because we're all stuck here in America together, and I want us to fight tyranny and fight anti-whiteism together. And so that's why I like being part of crews like Uzulu's crew, because they care about the things I care about, but not just through a lens of race or ethnic identity, but through a lens of truth, through a lens of what matters, through shared Western morality and that kind of thing. So I want to bring all of those people together to sort of weaponize our thoughts and energy towards actually stabilizing the things that have gone wrong. But anyway, enough about me. Let's move back to what Donald wanted to show. There was one more thing you wanted to show.
I highly, highly recommend that show, Yizz the Unifier, because she absolutely shines on that show. She just lays it all out, what she's all about. And she's so good at communicating her ideas. She's funny, got a lot of passion. It's just like a kick-ass show. So people can get around.
That's, you sweet talker. You talking sweet to me. Okay, what did you want to show? What else did you want
back out of that if you can, whatever. Just there's all kinds of artwork on there that's I think fun. You can maybe show the cover of the new Bizarchives. If you look for the color pieces,
I don't know how to do that because I'm retarded.
Just scroll around and find it down.
Did I just keep going down?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, okay, I'm at the end and there's no.
Well, all right. Stuff. I guess they're not showing on that page. Maybe it's but whatever.
Well, okay, let me go to products then. Maybe it's under products. No.
Yeah, actually, that would be it.
What about collections?
I only have products so far.
Well, I'm only black and white.
Yeah, I don't want to whatever, take too much.
Ooh, I like this one. We're gonna look at this one.
All right. There you go.
It's got a handsome man with a sword. I like this picture.
Spaced.
Yeah, it's
getting a lady boner.
That's not what I meant.
It's one of these sort of Viking stories, where to prevent sort of war between these two tribes, the leader of one tribe challenges the leader of the other on a boat on the ocean to a sword fight to the death, and so it's pretty high energy kind of action scene there. But yeah, and it's really hard to draw water. That's the other thing I want to say. But there you go.
Okay.
I think you did a pretty good job.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, the book should be coming out in about a week, I'd say, before Christmas. So thebizarchives.com. Check it out.
All righty. Yep. Well, that was a lot of white pilling good stuff from old Donald Kent there. Sniper, I don't know if you heard the early part of the stream or know what the stream's about, but the point of this stream is to just spread holiday cheer, to drop white pills, and talk about, in spite of all the bad that's going on, just to talk about the good stuff that you see. Anything in particular you want to share along those lines with us today?
Oh, yeah. So I talked about this quite a bit yesterday, actually. The in my world of having two kids and having had them pretty late, things like Roe versus Wade are becoming more and more frustrating to me. And in the world of the Supreme Court is actually doing things that we should find interesting. They refused to strike Texas's heartbeat bill, and I listened to the oral arguments for the Mississippi bill, and they went much more friendly, we'll say, than I expected. And so I've kind of, after having pored over all this stuff over the last couple of weeks, oh yeah, and U.S. versus Texas, they just flat slapped and said, yeah, we don't care about this, go away. So it's looking more and more like they're just simply sitting back and waiting to see if the Republicans can take back the Senate, and if they do, they're going to slap either Casey or Roe, or maybe both. And that is a great big white pill of a lot of babies won't be killed.
Absolutely. And as long as they do it after 2022, because
I think they're going to nibble around the edges of Casey until they see how the midterms go, which means it actually matters to vote for your damn senator. And if we can get a Republican Senate where they don't have to worry about the court getting packed, I think they're going to kill Roe. And thank God.
Leave it up to the states. Yeah, leave it up. It should have always been a state issue. It should never have been a federal issue.
Yeah. I feel that way about damn near everything.
Well,
Yeah.
And you are damn near everything correct, but that isn't how things have worked for over 100 years.
I agree with you, though. Yeah.
No, unfortunately.
It's almost like we fought a war for that about 100 or so years ago.
160 ago now, yeah.
Yeah, you know, man.
Hey, all I've got to say is up here in the mountains, my Ken and I, we were ready for them Union dogs to start shit again for 8 generations. I'm ready, son.
Well,
put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Well, it ain't gonna be like it. Oh, go ahead, Wes. Sorry.
Just to emphasize something that Sniper just said, it is important to vote in every level of elections right now. I don't care how black-pilled you are. I don't care how much you may think it's worthless. It's not. Vote. Keep voting. Make sure you are active, and make sure you are vocal in your community as to what your study the people who are running. Look into their past. Look into what they stand for, and make your opinions vocal in the appropriate circles. Like,
I'm glad you said that.
Wes,
I'm glad you said that.
And Wes. And there's one more thing here that we'll all skip over if I don't mention it now. Some of us are going to have to stand up and do these things ourselves, right? So look through your local government, county level, city level. Look through every single elected position. Look through the results of the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elections. See these people who are simply there because nobody ever runs, and go after them. Or in the case of one that Anti-Commie brought to me, that's local to him, a friend of his ran for something, a lady friend that he knows ran for something in the county next to him, and won by 1 vote. Because she was the only one that bothered to vote, and she voted for herself.
Beautiful.
The only unbelievable part of that story is Anti-Commie has ever talked to a woman.
Anti-Commie has 2 kids.
And as a little
Anti-Commie has 2 kids. You didn't know that part?
I do. I'm just busting his chops. He's fun. He's fun. We give each other shit.
I agree completely.
That's why we have Joshua Ham running down in Texas for the state house. That's why Yorick was going to run. Jesus, speaking of 2 kids, that's why Yorick was going to run for office in California before he got the opportunity to leave. He lived in the Hill Country. He was going to run for an office there that was just sitting vacant. With inherited the position who was just constantly there because nobody ever ran. in there and do these things, I have two gigantic bones of contention with Senor Trump. Number one, he did the bump stop thing. And number two,
let's not get off on that right.
He said he told Republicans to not vote in the Georgia runoff.
I don't think he ever said that.
They said it's rigged. Don't bother.
Okay, well, let's not go down that autistic rabbit hole. I wanted to comment on something that you said earlier about voting matters. Wes brought it up. You talked about it. I brought this up last year. Was it last year or was it early this year? But many, many months ago, it might even be before I knew who Red Hawk was over on Academic Agent's channel. I was talking to Academic Agent, Panama Hat, and some other NRX type guys, and they have this whole view of voting doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Don't need to vote. And the reason that I am adamant about being active in political activity around you, being active in national elections, is not even if you know your vote is not going to matter. When you are active and care, you learn things you need to know, and you meet other motivated people who care about making a difference.
This is very true.
If you stay actively involved, even if you know that you're stuck in a blue city and it's just an absolute anti-white crap hole, but the people there still need connectivity, and you can still meet the people that you can build community with and do things with through being connected to anything that's going on political, whether it's just boycotting something at the school, trying to get some jerk removed off of a PTA, or get some alderman taken out and replaced with somebody you like better. The more that you get involved with voting and small-time political activism, the more you meet like-minded people, and the stronger you are together, because you're building community bonds that have been stripped from us for the last several generations.
Yes, and in the world of white pills from blue cities, look at the New York City mayoral race. Now you can't win there as a Republican. It is what it is. So did we get somebody we want? No, didn't get somebody we want. But they all stood up, and they stood against the de Blasioite complete cucked commies, and elected a guy that's a former prosecutor and a former police officer who came out just 2 weeks ago and said, y'all better knock it off with trying to set shit on fire in this city. I ain't putting up with it the way he did. Is he perfect? No. And I understand that, but don't let perfect be the enemy of the good. When you compare this guy to de Blasio, he's a major win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and you can't that's the thing is being the underdog does have its advantages.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But also you got to pick your battles, and you have to make sure Lord knows I don't agree with plenty of stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Wes. Go ahead.
I'm sharing the picture of Kiz's brand new little niece that he has.
She's gorgeous, babe.
Jesus. Go ahead. I want to see white hearts in the chat. I want to see white hearts in the chat. I want to see loads of white hearts.
This is the brand new little baby that we put white hearts in the chat for earlier.
Yeah. This is her from 2 weeks ago. Yeah. She's a very opinionated little madam, but she loves it, and she loves her uncle. Especially when I say certain words, she reacts very negatively towards them. Like when I mention.
I hope she has. I hope her first Christmas is a beautiful white Christmas, and she gets to enjoy the wonderful snow and wonderful family. And I just hope that she has a great first Christmas.
Oh, don't worry. She will. My sister is going to kill me with what I got her for Christmas. She is going to for Christmas, but I don't care.
Well,
what did you get her?
Rip
do you not want to say?
Let me know where to send the flowers.
Let's just say I got. Okay. You're gonna have a little secret, so please sit around the table. I got her, no joke, a 12. Well, this is for 12 months. A Pikachu onesie, and my niece is going to kill me, but I don't care.
Oh no! Why did you do that?
Hey! I don't care. She loves. She's enjoying it. Don't worry.
Nerd.
I thought I was bringing the degeneracy, but you want to bring in all the Pokemon stuff.
Hey, Pokemon's fine.
Sniper,
okay?
you ain't that degenerate.
Hey,
It's just a meme.
listen, Pokemon is fine. It's just Rule 34 you got to stay away from. That's the rule.
Oof.
Well, that's a general rule for life, so you know.
Well, hey, you can thank Pokemon for Rule 34 anyway.
But
Oh.
that being said, it was a pleasure to meet you. To meet everyone who I haven't met yet.
Good meeting you.
We need to catch up. We need to catch up sometime, Wes.
Yes, absolutely. Shoot me a message, and anyone who wants, shoot me a message on Discord, on Twitter, or what have you. My handle is the same everywhere.
West Y11.
Donald,
Yes.
I think you and I should.
I'm gonna look you up on Twitter right now. Actually, it's at Wes Y11. You said.
What?
West Y11.
Y11. I do kind of like that.
I can DM it to you because we
yeah,
follow
why
each
don't you
other.
just get us connected there, Yizz. I'd appreciate that.
I found you.
Also,
okay.
Wes, before you run off, I am going to reach out to you because we need you on Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna. That was gonna literally be the next thing I was gonna say. Is I have a lot of free time, Sniper.
Because
hopefully Wes can fill in for the void that I left when I haven't been able to be on your streams because of damn work.
Well, Yizz, on Friday, if there's any possibility for you to even show up for 5 minutes, you should do so because I have to shelve mechanical ASMR because of my new job. Next Friday is the last mechanical ASMR.
Oh,
I promise
everybody,
you that I will be there. I promise you right now I'll be there. So you remind me come Friday.
Okay. But yeah, Wes.
Because as I've reminded you before, I work like 50 hours a week now, and sometimes I'm retarded and angry at the end of the day, and I might forget on Friday. So remind me.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm going to be working 3 14-hour days Thursday, Friday, and Saturday going forward. So yeah.
Well,
hey, at least we got work.
If there's
that.
If there's another day you want to move it around to, I'm more than welcome.
We'll discuss that somewhere else. But go ahead, Wes.
Yeah. Also, Sten, you are absolutely right. You, me, and Don need to hang out, or just you and me. It's all good.
That'd be great.
But yeah, absolutely. Don the pleb. I've
been meaning to try to get in touch with him.
No.
In my chats and we're connected here and there, and I've been. Many people have said you've got to have Don the pleb on American Zarathustra.
Yeah, Don streams with a lot of people. I'm sure that he gladly talk to you. It's just the thing is he's so busy.
Yeah,
if you want to schedule time to talk to him, you need to message Sten.
Oh. Yeah, Sten Kira.
I will. Yeah, Sten Kira. STENKIRA. You can find him on Twitter. I think both me and Sniper follow him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
And his name is no longer Don the Pleb. It is Ayatollah Black Pill.
Oh my god!
Ayatollah Black Pill.
Oh my god!
Yeah, just everyone, just shoot me a message. It's just you want to get a hold of me, just shoot me a message. I am still on the recovery side. I am still on drugs, but if you message me, I will message back. I promise. So.
Okay.
All that being said, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas to you.
Indeed.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Wes.
Merry Christmas.
We'll
we love you,
soon,
Wes.
I look forward to talking to you again.
I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And I have to go do the cooking dinner thing and the actually being a dad thing. So for the degeneracy side, I'll go motorboat my wife and then I'll make dinner for the kids. And you guys have a great night, and I appreciate all of you.
I brought Josh Ham on to tell you bye, but apparently Josh is having connective problems. So I don't know if he's going to be able to be on or not.
He was disgusting.
But I'm glad you were able to be here for a minute, Sniper. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you very much, Yizz. And honestly, all of you try and have a great Christmas. Those of you that have gotten better jobs and moving up and what have you, celebrate it. Those of you that are seeing the things that are going on that where horrible things are finally within shot of being removed, celebrate that. Celebrate your babies. Celebrate your wives. Do all of the things, and I love you all, and I appreciate you being around. And like I said, I will go motorboat my wife, and then I will make dinner. That way, there's degeneracy and wholesomeness all in one. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, Sniper.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Oh goodness.
No.
We're supposed to have Hunter Cunning and Joshua Ham on with us shortly, but I think Josh is having connection issues where he is, and I haven't heard back from or I haven't seen Hunter Cunning try to get on yet, but I know they both wanted on.
Maybe it's just time.
So in the meantime, is there anything you guys want to talk about?
Well, just
I do.
I do. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Donald. No, go ahead.
Oh no, I feel like with all the talk about the use of the word anti-white in the sort of mainstream normie conservative sphere, that like we're in a very serious paradigm shift. I might be exaggerating here, but I feel like there is a shift happening, and I'm sure.
There is.
Yeah, Yizz is quite clued into it. So I'm really happy about that, and I mean, my whole thing is I keep shouting to the sky to everybody in our sphere, like push. This is the time to get this. Share like crazy, stick it in people's faces. I kind of feel like it's the time to start being more honest and less, I don't know, talking in less code and really reaching out, and not maybe in a like a shitlordy kind of way, but in just a straight
but in a real human way. Like this week at work, because of the Jesse Smollett stuff,
Yeah.
I use the phrase hush crime a lot. And hush crime is one of the things that we use in the white positive, white identity area about crimes that are specifically lessened or smoothed over by the press or politicians because there's not an anti-white angle that can be played to the crime. And I used hush crime several times this week at work, and people were like, hey, what's that? Because it's a catchy phrase, right? And just naturally in conversation, I got to say, well, because the media is really anti-white. You know how they do. Anytime that it's, black people beefing with black people, or, somebody hurting a white person, well, they just hush and cover it up because that doesn't make white people look like villains.
Right.
And people at work just immediately get it. They understand, and it gives them a new phrase and a new way to talk about that ugly anti-white hypocrisy around them every day. And that kind of thing is really growing right now, and people just get it because it's force-fed to them every day on the TV and through social media and stuff.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something to be said about the Rittenhouse case, and then the next week later was the Arbery case, and how the two of them were completely different, and for obvious reasons. And I thought that was a really interesting thing to point out to people. It's like, would this really be, covered this much in the news if the victim was a white guy? And we all know the answer to that.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Well, I mean, speaking of the Rittenhouse case, is on the same day that Rittenhouse was acquitted, we also had I can't think of his name now, but the black guy here in Florida that got acquitted for killing, it was at least one cop in some really fuckery of a raid that they did, and that right there was like the perfect thing for shutting down all of the white supremacy, fucked up system.
Was that Breonna Taylor's boyfriend?
No, this was a completely different thing. I can't remember his name right now. He's like one of those weird, well, these days it's weird black names where it's like this name that he had a fourth on the end of it, so.
Is something like a faux African name, because or is it more like the Lashandra kind of made up English sort of name?
Oh, it's kind of like one of those more like a fusion name kind of deals.
Well, yeah.
Like Nathalawanya?
No, not that kind of fusion. I mean more like a traditional first name and a regular English sounding last name.
Yeah. So it's on other news as well. I made a lot of effort to push into the anti-CRT movement. I did 2 episodes on my YouTube with Daniel Kincannon, who, by the way, got kicked off Twitter. And
a lot of us lost our Twitter accounts and link trees lately.
Yeah, it's pretty serious, but it's always, I don't know. I feel like when these things happen with censorship, and it's in some way it forces us to get stronger and smarter, and somehow.
And
it also signals to people Like, why? Wow, it's free speech. What are they hiding? Something's going on. You know what I mean. So but it's up to the rest of us who are still out there to get that message across. So I've been kind of looking into a lot of these, family communities, school communities, people that are like super crazy against CRT. And that is exploding right now. That is exploding. Of course, you're not going to see it in the mainstream news, but on social media, it's growing exponentially. And then with all these like sort of dialectical paradigm shifts where they're using anti-white, et cetera, stuff you guys all know, it's just pouring fuel on the fire. So in my view, there's a real momentum going on here of racial awakening. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been pushing into the new discourses channel, where speaking of the anti-CRT people, and not pushing in hard to fight them, but I've been hopping into his live streams sometimes and using some of the lexicon and just sort of feeling the waters. And it's pretty strong for us. I'll put it that way. It's going pretty well for us.
Yeah, CRT is a great attack vector for people in our circles. Like all this libs of TikTok stuff exposing like what the teachers are teaching to the kids is excellent stuff to show to people. And another thing you could just show them is the Wisconsin parade guy. I forget the bastard's name who drove through that thing, and you know how that got swept under the rug real quick. And the SUV came flying through, and that's
you
that's
mean
a great
that
thing
evil
to bring up.
SUV that attacked people?
Oh yeah. That guy, yeah.
It's
and he trying to say he was demonized.
I think that could or should be a kind of a meme war campaign where we focus on how the news never says black men when it's about crime, yet we all know the stats, right? We all know the stats.
No, I think we should go a step further and not even say black or anything. We should just say, notice how when it's a non-white person, we should keep the word white since that's in the American discourse. And I think we should make it about us. We should dominate the story. Our words, our titles, our ethnicities, our race should be the words that we push.
Say like a non-white person killed 5 people in Chicago last night. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Case in point. Look at that quote-unquote white man who was shooting people, and he was an evil Trump supporter. Oh wait, it turned out to be a Syrian who hated Donald Trump.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's just pretend that didn't happen. No, that didn't happen. Prepare to fast forward. Yeah, but as for myself, I will say after Sunday afternoon, I was absolutely laughing at what happened on Sunday. I doubt most people here care, but if you by any chance watch Formula One, history was made in the most hilarious fashion ever.
Well, we don't know much Formula One, so what happened?
It was in like the Middle East or something, right?
Yeah. Well, basically, long story short, Lewis Hamilton, the quote-unquote guy dethroned Schumacher's titles, was up against Max Verstappen, tied on point.
For those of you who don't know, Hammy's a black dude.
Yeah. Mr. BLM pro BLM F1 driver. Right. Let's just say there was a massive calamity in the race last lap, and Mr. Max, Dutch boy himself, base Dutch boy, beats BLM loving Lewis Hamilton to the title.
Cool. Very good.
Yes.
And also he has a great meme song. If you look up Super Max on YouTube, it is an absolute.
You hear that, anti-whites? Suck it.
Yeah. Yep. So I was absolutely laughing my head off with that because he deserved the title, considering some of the bullshit that happened that year. He deserved the title. And roll on 2022. We'll have a fresh start.
Nice. Very good. Every little victory
right.
Every little victory counts, I think.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
Well, since it looks like we might not get anyone else, let's go ahead and start going around the circle here for all of you lovelies that have been here for the whole time, minus Donald, of course, who's been here most of the time. Let's talk about the things you want to shill or invite others to be a part of. Donald, you did a lot of that earlier, so we're going to do you last.
Right.
Let's start with Olivia. Olivia, I know that you make your own music. Are you involved in anything else that you would like people to be a part of? I am going to share your YouTube link if you want in the chats. Is there anything else you would like people to know? You're welcome.
Well, I know I've been saying this for quite a few months. I am working on my album. It's got 14 tracks on it. The reason it's been delayed so much is that I've been having problems with my ear. So my left eardrum is kind of suctioned in, and we're trying to do what we can so that I don't have to get surgery, get some kind of tube put in there so my eardrum can like pop. So that's kind of halted my ability to mix and master and all that stuff. So that's why it's taking forever. But yeah, so I'm just on Telegram as Olivia Key, and I'm on YouTube, and that's all I have at the moment. I got rid of a lot of social media because it's just so overwhelming, and I don't want to be on my phone all the time. So I've just kind of simplified. And I do have a weekly podcast with Hyrith called Ivory Hour. We've only got our first episode in. We've been meaning to do more episodes, but every time we're getting ready for another one, something either happens in my life personally or her life personally, and it just doesn't really sync up for us. But we are doing another episode this week on Thursday. So we're doing.
I know that Red Hawk will appreciate you demonstrating how women are bad at doing things. I know he'll appreciate that.
Well,
I'm just teasing you, Olivia.
Of course.
I do that.
The podcast this week will be about mixing, and I'll be giving some mixing tips and stuff like that. So any musicians who might want to tune into that and just kind of hear some of my advice and what Hyrith wants to talk about in regards to mixing and making music. That's something we're going to be talking about this week. And that's about it. I'm always open to collaborations. So if any musicians want to get in touch with me, I know some people don't sing. They just make instrumentals and really good instrumentals. And I'm always open to dropping lyrics on things. Amalek did a remix of Heroes that I put on my channel that I thought was really, really cool. So yeah, I just, I kind of want to, me being where I am and being away from America and a lot of my family and friends, being online is kind of one of the only outlets that I have at the moment to talk to other people who feel the way I do about, the world and talk to other artists.
Well, where do you live? Are there folk that are sympathetic to what we are? Are there at least white sympathetic of non-immediate family folk you can be with?
Unfortunately, no, not at the moment.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I haven't. There's some groups that I haven't been able to meet up with just because I don't have a car over here. I don't have a driving license for driving on the wrong side of the road. And Diamond Dust says 14 tracks. Yeah, that's because my album is called Cloud 14. That's what's coming out. But yeah, I am immensely grateful since this stream is about white pills and stuff. I'm really, really grateful for you, Yizz. I love your channel. I love your work.
Well, thank you.
Thank you
very much.
I'm very, very fond of you and Donald. You both are doing amazing things. I wish that I was putting out, just kind of having a bigger online presence. But like I said, it's just kind of difficult for me at the moment, especially with my ear. But I'm here, and like I said, if people want to contact me, I'm on Telegram. And yeah, just thank you so much for having me. And
you're welcome.
It's been a lot
I think
of fun.
that you are a lovely person. You're a lovely creator. You have a beautiful voice, and
you.
I love your song Heroes. It makes me cry every time.
Oh.
And I share your song Heroes as often as I can with people. I've even used it in some of my videos and streams before.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much for being here. And you don't have to leave right now, of course. I'm just, we're just doing the rounds here. We're going to do Kizza next. Kizza has some links that he wants to share. Kizza, which link do you want me to start with? And go ahead and talk about it. We're going to take a few minutes for you to
the first link I gave you is my own personal stereo, linked directly to my stereo account. Because stereo, for those who don't know, is a mobile app where you could host your own radio show / podcast. For the past couple of months, making good use of it, talking with people, talking about subjects that you can't necessarily talk about on other sites, such as poop tube. But to connect with people, check it out. Also, I have friends on there, so you definitely check it out. As for the links, I know I forgot one. I'm sharing the first link I sent you. Link was to my friends at the Duke's End. My friend John. He's a very small channel. We do videos every Friday. So please do check.
I haven't got to listen to any of those yet, but I will one day. I promise.
Yeah, because basically talking about recent events, kind of like unpopular opinions, but less cringy, gotcha. I would say. The second link is to my friend British Knight, who will be doing a 12-hour Christmas stream this Saturday, so please do check it out. We're gonna have guests on there.
I would love to be there. I don't know if I can or not.
You should be fine. Yes, like I said, there's 12. He'll have 4 guests on across 12 hours, and they'll have different slots. But last time it was great.
Speaking of British Night, I've streamed with him several times. I've even had him on my channel before.
Yes.
He's been a part of Discordant Dragons. We've done a one-on-one stream before, or I think weren't you there when he did a corner club with us?
It was the second
that was
ever
you were the
corner
co-host
club.
for that, right?
Second ever corner club we did. Yeah, that was great fun.
Yeah, that was one of the very first ones we did. And British Knight is he's a British. Would you call him a nationalist? Would you think he is?
He's technically an ANCAP, but
okay, he's one of those. Okay.
Yeah, he's technically an ANCAP, but
because I knew that we had a lot of sympathetic ideas. I just didn't know how he's changed in the last year and a half.
Like he does say his ideal position is ANCAP, but ultimately he realizes that you can't impose that for the whole of society. But yeah, he does talk about historical things.
Move on.
But yeah,
that's cool.
And the last 2 links I gave you, but there was another link I forgot to share, was our friend Bill, or -1. I gave you his link to show because.
Definitely follow the ends justify the memes.
Yes,
because that's
where they go.
That's the weekly show. That's the weekly show on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern American time.
Yeah,
it's a meme stream where we drink, we laugh, we have a great time. Kiz is on there a lot. I've been on there a few times, and Bill and Tank are just a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the last link I'll just give you right now, ladies, is our friend Jeremy and Delaney at the Weekly Narrative, who
I like them too.
Yeah,
I don't know much about them, but the few times that we've spoken,
they're great. They're great. They just talk about
sympathetic.
basically the entirety of the previous week's chaos, and obviously they're also on stereo as well. So you could if you want to dip in your comments, just follow them on. You'll find Jeremy on just called the Weekly Narrative. You got the stereo up. Just check them out. They do streams normally used to be every Tuesday evening, but now it's every Wednesday evening, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So
I got you.
So do check them out, and obviously, and ultimately, they love making fun of leftists, and also Jeremy himself. He's the founder of alt-centricism, which is interesting political philosophy for anyone who's interested.
Cool. Well, we're going to move away from Kizza then. Soldner, I don't know if there's anything that you shill or you do publicly or not. Is there anything you want to invite people to?
Well, I mean, personally, I don't really have much of a presence online. It's mostly just hanging out in the Cabal and having a good time. And of course, everyone's welcome to join the Cabal, and Yizz has dropped the links. And if you come into the Cabal, I mean, there's people all over the world, and we're constantly, someone's doing something at any time of the day. And we often have watch parties for various podcasts and shows. And then, of course, there's the Great Wizard Man's streams himself.
Oh yes. The Cabal community is really good. We got lots of different kinds of people in there. I really get to flex my Yizz the Unifier muscles in that mixed community, and I like it. It's good. It's a good environment for me. You'd enjoy watching me shine in there, Donald and Olivia. You'd like me in there.
Oh yeah, I'd love it.
Excellent. I tell you, Yizz Unleashed is dangerous, so be careful.
Oh, you gotta be careful. You gotta keep me on a chain, or shit'll happen now.
Set those parameters.
Anyway,
I felt bad. I didn't realize they made a new Discord after the last one got yeeted, so I feel bad now. Should have been here from the beginning.
Red Hawk. I know that you have a Twitter, and it is at Red Pilled Hawk, correct?
Yeah, that is indeed my Twitter. That's where you guys can find me, and I post a couple times a week. I give tips on game and POA tactics and stuff like that, and that gets some traction from guys just starting out. I had a fun time with Semigog and Philosophicat's Twitter yesterday. She was talking about marriage and stuff, and Semigog and I had some interesting back and forths in there. And that's where you can find most of my stuff. I might make some content next year and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure yet. So you can find me on there, and I'll be around in communities.
I like Red Pilled. I like Red Hawk because he red pills people on the masculinity issue. Because one of the things that I see as a problem with pretty much everything has been not just the demasculinization of society, but the sabotaging of all of our men from basically the last 4 generations.
Mhm.
And Red Hawk speaks a lot of truth to that and is very empowering to young men. And I think that's a key element that we should be focusing on as pretty much any kind of nationalist or anyone who wants to, save white folks or make Western civilization good again or whatever. We need that good old white patriarchy back.
Mhm.
And we need strong men to get us there. So thank you, Red Hawk, for your contribution to white well-being.
Here, here, I am indeed a shill for patriarchy of all kinds. So,
and last but not least, Donald, you talked a lot earlier about your different sites and things. Would you like me to link anything in particular in the chat for everyone?
Well, yeah, my YouTube show, my YouTube channel, American Zarathustra at YouTube. That's the key. That's where all the action is.
And that's where you can find the original Yizz the Unifier stream too, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So on there I have, of course, the Imperium Art Show, which is an academic show. Actually, I'm recording a little bit later tonight to do a new show. And so my co-host is Nullis, who runs the Conversations with the Wind poetry show on White Art Collective. Dear friend of mine. I actually co-host that show with him. And it's a show in which we try to identify what is the art movement in the white identitarian sphere. And, we have many, many different people, not just artists. We have, sort of philosophers, etc. on. And we discuss, how can the arts be, in a sense, weaponized culturally and politically, but also, to get to the heart of who are we as a movement and what is the trajectory of this art and music, etc. So it's an extremely great show. I think that I'm an art teacher by trade, and I figure that this is my niche. Basically, I want to produce something that will last as a historic monument to our time and what we're doing, and at some time we'll pass the torch on to another generation, but we have to set these foundations. So, and then the other streams are more casual. There's a show called Afternoon at the Museum, where in fact I've had lots of people from the White Art Collective on, etc. And we just look at art and talk about it. Mostly, obviously, classical Western art. We go to like websites to see museums, etc. And I'm trying to teach our people that the left has not hijacked the arts, that we have a whole enormous cultural history that we can reconnect to our identity, to our biospirit through the arts. And
when you look at the anti-whites, if we're going to use that analogous to left, which we all know the origin of anti-whiteism, let's just be frank. Like when you look at that, they have never really been good at creating their own art, just subverting and destroying art that has always been. And when you look at the great arts of all of our beautiful civilization, it is actually a very traditional, quote unquote, right-wing thing.
Yes. So I teach visual literacy, and in the show, it's a fun and casual show, very enriching. So there's that. The other stuff is, just me doing live feeds of drawing in my studio. And then I have the occasional sort of oddball show where it doesn't fit into any category. I might be talking to somebody who's an authority on communism or something, So that's where it's at. Once again, the new Zazzle.com, Imperium Art, that's where I'm starting to sell my work. But I quickly wanted to say, Olivia is one of the best musicians in the White Art Collective, and I'm in awe of her.
Oh, geez.
I am in awe of the music.
She is amazing. She's amazing.
Going through a rough patch right now, but man, when she comes out of this, stand back, because
thank you.
It sends chills up my spine. It's what Imperium art should be, honestly. So I'm quite proud.
That is so sweet
to know her. Yeah.
And Olivia, if you ever need a place for solace, if you need a place to escape to, or just a place to get back on your feet, you're welcome to come out here to my mountain holler. I'll help take care of you best I can.
Oh, thank you. It's been kind of rough, being in a country that's not my home country, and then on top of that with the restrictions and stuff like that, I haven't been able to see my family in over a year. But I can say that I am in the process of working on getting back to America, and so hopefully next year we will be moving to America if everything goes well.
Great. Good to have you back.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't wait, and I can't wait to meet a lot of these, meet you guys hopefully in person at some point.
Indeed.
There's so many amazing people
Well,
online.
speaking of Nope, a man who's involved in American patriotic activism and stuff, connected to Don the Pleb that I met. We have a late Hunter Cunning. I'm glad you're here, friend.
Late and gay.
We'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay.
Late and gay. Nope. Just sent us $50 over on Entropy and said, "Have a wonderful white positive Christmas, everyone." Thank you so much,
Aw.
Nope. And I hope you and yours have a wonderful white Christmas as well. And Nope actually introduced me to a great way to type white positive. You can do a white square and a plus sign, and I think that's awesome. He's the first one I saw use that, and I really like that. But Nope's a good boy who didn't do nothing.
Agreed.
And I like him quite a bit. And where I was going with that is I met Nope at my Appalachian Fall meetup, right? And I want to do 2 of those a year. I would like to have. Okay, Donald just says he has to bounce, so we're going to say goodbye.
I apologize to interrupt you. I just want to wish you
That's
all
okay.
a super Merry Christmas and God bless you all. Okay.
Good
Hey,
to
Subway
talk to you
Scouts.
as always,
Merry
Donald.
Christmas.
Yeah, we'll
Merry
see you on
Christmas.
the internet. Take care.
See you later, friend.
Deuces.
Fine.
But Olivia, you said you look forward to meeting me, and
I
I would
do.
like to have a regular annual meetup, one in the spring and one in the fall for a camping trip. I want the spring one to not be like a rustic or rural camping trip, something more closer to town, at like because around here we have a few campgrounds where people just meet up and visit, and you could spend like $8 and reserve a nice campground with a bunch of tables that are covered over with like big aluminum
That
awnings
sounds
and stuff.
lovely.
You can say
And
that
I
again.
thought we could have and I thought maybe in the spring we could have a white positive picnic, and then in the fall I have the Patriot camping trip. So we can cross-pollinate communities, because there's a lot of people that I've met through MAGA, America First, local activism and things, who are definitely white sympathetic. And then I meet a lot of people who are good folks who care about patriotism and stuff in the white identity clusters. And I would like to start cross-pollinating those people that I handpick and know are good people that aren't, cancerous or retards and things like that. And just try to network people together and build some kind of healthy American-based community of friends that because at the one that the meetup that I did in October,
Mhm.
we had people bring their kids, bring their wives, bring their teenage children and stuff, and it was just a really wholesome, fun time. And I would like to have a picnic version of that, sort of like a potluck, where white positive folks I know come and just bring food and drinks, and we just have a whole Saturday or whatever of merriment, just getting to be together and share
brilliant.
folk time together. I think that would be a great way to start networking people together.
I agree. I love that. I love that idea.
And so we'll definitely put that together. And the man who helped me put that together is here with us right now. His name is Hunter Cunning.
Hello.
And thank you for being here.
It's been a pleasure. I apologize for being late and gay. I had some home things to take care of as soon as I got off work.
That's okay.
It's fine. We understand.
Speaking of late and gay, we also have Violence is Life with us. Hello, Vi. How are you doing? Can you
Hey,
hear us?
I'm kind of
Hey.
busy, but I wanted to see y'all.
Well, thank you for popping on. I knew that you had kids with you, and I know that you're a full-time mom. But thank you for taking some time out of your busy mothering to hop on and share Yuletide joy with us. Is there anything you want to talk about or celebrate or shill while you're here for a minute?
Oh, I'm so glad that everybody is talking about these things. I listen to the show as much as I can, and it's really, really great. Yes, you've really done a great thing here.
Well, thank you. I hope to inspire others to do the same. I want everybody that listens to me to be inspired to unify people together and network around truth and what really matters. And I just hope to inspire other people to do what I do. So thank you very much. Hunter Cunning, same question to you. Oh, look at you. Oh, wait. Let's pause on Hunter Cunning and say hi to the little baby. Hi, baby. Hi.
The Santa hat is amazing.
That's great. A little Santa hat on the cute baby. Oh, thank you for sharing that. Hunter Cunning, I know that you were late and gay to the party. Is there anything in particular you want to talk about or shill or celebrate while you're here with us?
Well, I know that the original purpose of this was to talk about things that we're thankful for. I am actually thankful for the commie company that I work for, and there's a couple reasons why. One, they had really good health care, and it helped pay for braces, which is leading to the preservation of my teeth. So very grateful for that. And their very unbased vaccine policy has pushed me to do something I've been meaning to do for quite a while. And so at the beginning of the year, I'm going to start looking for a job as an electrician.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yep. Get
Indeed.
into the trades.
And again, since you brought that up, one of the important things that matters for men is having a trade to pass on to their sons. And I think that's something that's been stripped from us by modernity.
I agree.
I think that every man needs to have a useful life skill that he's devoted a large portion of his life to being part of, that he can pass on to his family, and not just his family, but by doing that, makes his community stronger and more resilient. Because if we have blacksmiths and electricians and gunsmiths and people that know how to farm, people that know how to do A, B, C, D, and E, and we all have that passed down father to son, then we can much more easily get off the government teat and go our own way. And I think that's very important.
Yeah,
I
so
agree
much to
completely.
say on this, Yizz. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Well, no wonder you like me, Red Hawk. I seem to talk about stuff you like a lot.
yeah. Also, this it also ties in very well to the male communication method, and being online and everything. That's one thing, but women will often get together just to talk. They talk just to talk. It's a communication method. However,
and men to get together to do
exactly,
stuff.
you get together to do things, and you talk and bond over actually doing those things. It's kind of it goes back to our ancestral past. If you're doing something, I can rely on you when shit hits the fan, kind of deal. So that's when men get a lot of their bonding and talking stuff. It's like, oh, come over and we'll fix my car, and we'll bitch about something and talk about something together and stuff like that. Men just don't get together just to talk. We have to be doing something. So it's very important to get a group of dudes that you are very close with, and just get out and do something together. I mean, talking on the internet is one thing, but to actually be out there and do something together and build something, that's how men.
And like I tell the young men that I counsel, I tell them all the time: if you got friends that like cars, or you got friends that like guns, get together and build an engine. Get together and take apart guns and clean guns together. Men need to start involving themselves constructively together, and that's a big thing that I like about the not the cancerous element, but the positive element of MGTOW that I've discovered is men need to be in their own spaces doing man stuff, because that's how patriarchy is formed, and that's what's been taken from us. And we have to engender that and put that idea out there and get men doing man stuff together again. I think that's critically important for us.
Indeed. Yeah.
Case in point, I have a buddy who he's my best guy friend out here, and the only time that we get together is when we're going to his workbench to pull apart my rifle because I have some new part that I'm putting on it, or we want to go airsofting and get out and get some cardio in, get some reps in, or things like that. I have an issue with my car, and he's super knowledgeable about cars, so every time we hang out and deal with something on my car, I always learn something. So it is just how it goes.
We just had a very touching message come in on Entropy from Mrs. Jess Horst. She has a huge, beautiful family, and I appreciate her sharing her dollars with me. For $6 US, Mrs. Jess Horst says, "Thank you, Yizz, a modern-day hero in our community in Western kind," and she sends white hearts, and she says, "I'm very thankful for the NWG family as well, KIP," and that stands for Keep It Promethean, Keep It Pristine. That means don't be a villain in the anti-white narrative, don't be a jerk, lead by example, and speak positively about our people, not negatively about others. We are the heroes of our story, so act accordingly. Be a hero, and others will be inspired by you. Thank you for your uplifting message, Mrs. Jess Horst. Thank you so much. So, Hunter, I know we segued pretty far away from you talking about electrician. Is there something else you want to celebrate in that vein, or anything else you want to talk about while you're here?
Not in particular. Well, there is one other thing. So my parents live in California. As much as I would love to be able to get them out, that's really just not in the cards. I have a strained relationship with them as it is. However, I am grateful that they had a conversation this year, and they decided to purchase some firearms. And so,
good.
Indeed, I have the opportunity to not only get to spend some time with my dad shooting, which I have done exactly twice that I can remember, but I also get to.
Well, hopefully, you'll have a good bonding time with your dad and teach him and anybody else who shows up some good gun practice.
Indeed, I'll also get to teach my mom too, which is there's a whole lot of backstory behind that, but that's a really amazing opportunity.
Until earlier this year, my mother had never held or operated an automatic pistol. She'd only ever had revolvers. So I got to have the fun time of teaching her how to use a modern pistol.
That's awesome.
I say modern, even though they're over 100 years old.
Modern is indeed relative. But yeah, that's what I'm thankful for this year.
I was just going to say, the Colt Single Action Army is the greatest handgun that's ever been made.
Well,
I do like the old Colt.
Yeah, it's like they say, God made everyone equal, and Sam Colt made it possible.
Yeah.
Gun that won the West. And it's also
we've had a wonderful time of togetherness and sharing. Hopefully this stream is just going to be a big bucket of white pills for people listening. Please, everyone listening, be inspired not just by me, but by all the people that came on here today. Go out into your family, your community, the people around you at work. Talk about things in a positive way and a white positive way when you can. We have to be the curative contagion to dispel the lies and the poison of white guilt that has been weaponized in us for decades by the anti-whites. Not only that, there are anti-American forces at play, even apart from the anti-white stuff. Dispel those lies. Be the hero that we need. There are no heroes for us left anywhere else. It's all on our shoulders now. You need to be the hero to your wife, to your husband, to your children, to the people in your community. Go out there and make it happen. And with that, we're going to end the stream. So we're going to give one last time for anybody to say stuff and say their goodbyes, and then we're going to wrap up this wonderful holiday stream together. We're going to start with you, Red Hawk. Any parting words you have for everybody tonight?
I'll just say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all, and enjoy your time with your family members, with your friends, with anyone that you can in these dark days. So just try and find joy wherever you can, and work hard, the best you can. And if you're a young man just coming up, read The Rational Male by Rollo Tomasi.
Well, we just had another donation on Entropy from Mrs. Jess Horst again. She says, Merry Christmas, Yizz, for $25 US. That's so sweet of you. Thank you very much, Mrs. Jess Horst. I always appreciate your donations and your lovely charm in every stream I see you in. Thank you so much. And with that, we're going to shift over to Soldner. Say goodbye and whatever you would like to share with us before we get out of here, Soldner.
Oh, well, it's kind of difficult to follow up after Red Hawk with that nice white pill of a message. But Merry Christmas to everybody, and hopefully y'all can come join us in the Cabal and have some good old-fashioned shitlordery fun.
Oh, yeah. The Cabal's a great time. We watch movies. We watch shows. We talk about anime. We dunk on stupid politicians and clown world news. It's a great community. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're of the younger variety. Most people in there are younger than 30, so it's a good community for the younger people. Kizza, anything you want to say on our way out here? Any holiday cheer you want to spread?
Well, obviously, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all who will be listening to this live, and also anyone else who comes across this stream afterwards. And I would like to remind everyone of the Counter Uri plan. Remember these 4 stages, ladies and gentlemen. Moralization, stabilization, secureness, normalization.
Very good. Very good. Olivia Key, is there anything that you would like to say on our way out tonight?
My dear Yizz, I just want to thank you again for having me on here. I was really excited to hop in because I don't think that I've ever done a stream with you, and I just got really excited because...
You haven't? No, I was hoping you'd be on with me tonight because I've been wanting to get some good stream time with you.
Yeah. So, I'm very honored. It's been really cool to be introduced to these other people in the stream as well, and get to talk to Donald a little
I do my best to pick good ones.
Yeah, so again, just thank you so much. I know this has been a rough year, for everybody. It was rough last year, but our people are nothing if not resilient, and history is on our side. and we're just gonna keep going up. So thank you.
You're welcome. And you inspire me, and I know that we haven't spoken much personally, but I feel like I've known you a long time, and
Me
I've listened to your
too.
music for over a year now.
You
I really
feel like a
appreciate
very
all
old
that you
friend.
do. Good. I'd like to speak more with Hyrieth, but she's always busy. It's hard to get a hold of people in the White Art Collective because they're all so busy with their own projects and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Hunter Cunning, anything you want to share on our way out here tonight, friend?
I had something. I'm not sure that I remember it, to be honest, but I do have one other thing. I think that the thing that we can do the most, that would be the most impactful, is to get involved locally and impact your local community. Not only will you be able to actually have an impact on the world, but you'll also be able to hopefully learn something yourself. In the world of reading books, Basic Economics by Thomas Sowell really changed my perspective. And as much as Jordan Peterson has terrible political takes, his 12 Rules for Life was also very good.
Yeah, I like to separate the man from the craft or the art.
Relevant.
And despite anything about Jordan Peterson, I have read some of the 12 Rules for Life, and it is pretty useful stuff.
Indeed.
And I definitely think that he has helped a lot of young men find their way. So
indeed,
that is good.
Speaking of which,
hopefully though, he helps them. Hopefully, he helps them find their way to us.
Hopefully, yes. But I would also
All
like
right.
it. Our friend Holly, she's actually been doing videos going through all 12 Rules of Life from Jordan Peterson as well.
That's good, but real quick, guess what?
What?
We have a surprise for Noel. He's jumping in before the Dragon Synth Adventures. He made it. Hey, welcome, Fornell. Good to see you here, brother.
Hey, sister. How's it going, guys? Good to see you.
Welcome.
We've had a wonderful stream of just celebration and togetherness, and it's been absolutely wonderful. And real quick, before we talk to Fornell, Iron Roots, a man that I met through Donald Kent and Nullis over on Entropy for $25 US. Thank you, Iron Roots. What a great Christmas present. He says, thanks for all the white pills, everyone. Currently cleaning a couple of my guns and have thoroughly enjoyed the stream. Blessed Yule Yizz. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your financial support. God bless you and yours too. And anyway, back to Fornell. Thank you for being here, friend. Howdy.
Howdy. Yeah, thanks for having me. I didn't have that much time. The daily grind took a little bit longer than normal today. So, but anyways, yeah, I wanted to jump on just for a second and say, hey, Merry Christmas. Hope everyone's doing great. I know I'm
glad you made it right at the last minute.
Yep. Yeah, I'm about to go on in a few minutes, but yeah, this Christmas for me too. It's really good. I haven't had a real tree in so many years, and I went and bought a real tree this time and like forked out a little extra and got one that's actually like taller than me. And we just went crazy decorating the house, and I love Christmas time, and it's almost like too. I don't want to put all the stuff away after though.
I know. I decorated the whole house at my mom's house, and I just had a great time doing it. My cousin, my husband's mother, my mother's husband, and my husband and us. We spent like 3 days putting up decorations. It was so fun. We love it.
Yeah,
it's such a good time. And here you go. I got you the link over here on Entropy. There you go.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
But anyway.
Yeah. So anyways.
I just put Fornell's link in all the chat. He's about to start Dragon Synth Adventures. That's the sister stream to mine every Monday night after Discordant Dragons. Is after we're done, I hope to bring everybody over to Dragon Synth Adventures. Why don't you shill Dragon Synth Adventures and we'll get out of here. Tell us what it's about and invite everybody over there. I'll put the link in the chat.
All right. Well, thank you for that opportunity. Yep. Dragon Synth Adventures. That's my weekly show every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I stream all kinds of really like beautiful music, a lot of dungeon synth, some game soundtrack, some movie soundtrack, ambient. I play some classical. Sometimes we have a little story time. I'll put Hearth of Europa, who they tell folklore tales and things on their show and
And
discuss.
Hearth of Europa has a beautiful voice and accent. I love hearing her read stories.
Yes. Well, there's two of them. Katrina.
Oh, it's two of them.
Yeah, there's Katrina and Lynx. And both of them, I love listening to them tell stories. And it's cool to put dungeon music or dungeon synth music behind it. So it kind of even adds more atmosphere to it. But anyways, that's what my show is. It's usually 2.5 hours long. And I put up all kinds of cool visuals on the screen and stuff. So yeah, it
is a wonderful time, and you'll have to come over and visit us there. I'm going over there now. I don't know who's breathing into the microphone, but that's okay. We're getting out of here anyway. Yeah, I don't know who's doing it, but we're gonna get out of here.
Sexy.
I love all of you. Merry Christmas, glad Yule, happy holidays, all that stuff. We're gonna bounce over to Fornell's Dragon Scent Adventures. Thank everybody for being here. Love yourself, love your people, and speak the truth to all who have the ears to hear it. We're going to bounce and get out of here.